Quiet on set. Picture is up. All right, roll sound.
Rolling.
Roll cameras.
Cam's rolling.
And 3, 2.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to Hank's Think Tank. Today's going to be a great day. We've got a wonderful artist in here. Her name is Payton Riley, and she's an up-and-coming artist. And you're going to get a great opportunity to hear the kind of music that she plays. And I've got Mark Hogan on my left.
Hey, everybody. Yes, sir, this is going to be a great show because Miss Payton Riley, 14 years old. And even at 14, she's experienced, been entertaining audience since age 9. Is that right?
Yes, sir, it is.
It's
9?
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. What were you doing at 9?
I was still playing in the mud.
Yeah, I was eating the mud. So she's ahead of us anyway.
That's crazy. So Payton, welcome aboard. It's good to see you. Thanks for driving all the way out here today. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
And let's talk a little bit about how all this got started for you. So when did you start playing guitar?
I started playing guitar in the 5th grade, so I was probably like 11 or 12. So I had been singing before ever since I was 7 or 8. I would go around my house just singing at the top of my lungs, and my mom was like, let's put that energy into singing lessons. So I started doing that, and I started getting a little better and better, and my voice coach asked me what I wanted out of this, what I wanted to do with it, if it was just going to be something fun, or if I wanted to make my living off of it. So I said, I want to be like Miranda Lambert and Lainey Wilson and do what they do. So she said, okay, you're going to have to learn how to play an instrument, a piano or guitar. And I was like, I want to learn how to play guitar because I love country music. My parents grew up playing it for us, so that's what I wanted to do. And so probably when I was 12 or 13, that's when I started playing like 30-minute shows, and then when I was 13 it started getting more serious, 2 hours, and now I'm 14. I've been playing 3 to 4 hour shows.
Wow.
I can see by looking at your schedule that you are in demand everywhere, all over the state. Have you ever gone out of state?
Yes, sir. A lot of times.
Yeah?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Where at?
I've been to Tennessee, Colorado, Utah, LA, Florida, all over.
So where haven't you been is the better question, right?
Yes.
You actually have recorded in Nashville.
Yes, sir, I have. That was a really fun experience. The musicians there, I literally went in this studio. They listened to just my rough draft of my song, went in there, did it one time, and it was done. It was
Isn't that
so
amazing?
cool. They were so talented.
Right.
It was so cool to watch.
Well, your music sounds great from what I've heard,
Thank
and
you
they
so
really
much.
did a good job putting it together, too.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
what
did.
studio did you record at? I'd like to give them a plug.
I think it's Beard. That's right. Yeah, Beard.
Okay. Beard in Nashville?
Yes.
Okay.
Beard
Fantastic.
Studios, Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
Yes, that's
So-
really cool.
I guess you were officially taught to play the guitar then. You didn't learn on your own, YouTube videos, stuff like that. You had a teacher.
Yes, my voice coach, her husband, was the guitar coach, so they had like this home studio. The voice lessons would be one room. Right after that, I would go to guitar lessons.
Wow. So they didn't do them both at the same time.
No.
That's good.
Does anybody else in your family play a musical instrument or sing?
So no one in my house does any musical stuff, but my uncle, he whenever he was in college, he was like in a band during that time, and then he throughout the years he's done like church stuff, like played for his church. So I guess I kind of get it from that.
That's what we'll tag it on, right?
Yes.
Good for him.
That's pretty cool. So I guess you've had to go through music theory and all that as well. And that's helped you write songs, I would imagine.
I haven't really gone through music theory yet. My guitar coach just kind of taught me the chords, and whenever I look up songs like on guitar tabs to learn them, that's kind of how I learned new chords whenever I was learning songs. But my other guitar coach, he's starting to help me and try to teach me it, but it's definitely a challenge.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. So you know where guitar tab came from, don't you?
No, where'd it come from?
I love telling this story.
Go for it, man.
So Eddie Van Halen, he wasn't the first person to write guitar tab, but they wrote guitar tab to be able to explain how he plays, because it couldn't be written in conventional note style. What do they call it? It's not tablature, but the way that notes are written, yeah, it couldn't be explained that way because he did so much tapping and pull-offs and all that kind of stuff. And so they created tab so they could explain Eddie Van Halen's playing. Isn't that
Oh,
crazy?
that's really cool.
Yeah. Tab's really not all that old. It's still pretty new.
It was about 20, 25 years.
Yeah,
I remember when
it's a great way to pick up a song.
Yes,
I mean,
it
it really
is.
is.
Right. This
Yeah.
finger goes here. I loved
Yeah.
it when they came out with tab.
It's just everything's upside down, and that always throws me.
I couldn't play in regular music. Now I can't play in tab either. So there you go.
Cool. So when you write a song, and I ask every artist this because I've never been able to write a whole song myself, and I've always wondered if maybe I'm just busted somewhere, just broken. But when you write a song, does the melody come first, or do the lyrics come first?
It just depends. Sometimes when I try sitting down and writing a song, it doesn't come to me because I don't know what I'm going to write about yet. But if I'm just like sitting around and like something like an idea pops in my head, I just come up with a melody real quickly just so I can try to remember the words and I write it down. And then usually after I have that, I make up a new melody for it and figure out the guitar chords. But it just really depends.
Really? Wow. So it could be melody sometimes and inspiration others. Well, that's pretty cool. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's great. And I know you're also civically involved. You're involved in the community as well. And Mark wanted to bring something up that you were recently getting ready to do. What is that?
Yeah, this is coming up locally here on October the 1st called Concert for Love. And there's lots of other people going to be involved in that.
And we'll insert this card over your shoulder. So.
Okay.
Yeah. We could do that right now. But it's going to have some good people on there. We got Derry, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. Derry McLeod?
It's Darren McLeod.
That's what I said.
She's 15 years old, and she's really nice. She's like an actor. It was either she was or is still in this TV series, and it's either in Canada or LA, but she travels everywhere. She's been to like Paris, all of those places, and she's so nice and so fun.
Almost as busy as you are, huh?
Yes.
Jeff Canada's going to be there. We know him. He's a good guy. Payton Riley, we know her.
Yes.
So this is a fundraiser. This was just handed to me.
And where's
so
it going to be, Mark?
Well, you didn't give me a chance to read it.
It's going to be at Do-Si-Do.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And is there an entry fee or whatever? I mean, is there like a cover charge or
it's
something
like
like that?
$100 a
Okay,
seat.
$100 a seat.
Yes.
That's not bad.
Do-Si-Do, the Big Barn, and that is in the Woodlands, Texas. Concert for Love. Lots of good things happening there.
And where do the proceeds go for this?
So they're a non-profit organization, so everything goes to the kids.
Okay, that's fantastic.
So they can get them clothes, because a lot of kids come in with only the clothes on their back. They don't even come with a backpack, sometimes just a trash bag. So we like to do like little special things for them. In December, we went Christmas caroling for them, and it was so fun to see a smile on their face because they don't get Christmas presents. So they had Santa come, and he had like this big bag and gave them toys. And then for Valentine's Day, my school, I go to a Christian school, so they help a lot.
Yeah.
And so we collected Valentine's Day cards because to us that isn't really a big deal, but for someone that hasn't ever been able to do that, it is to them. So
Right.
we we got so many Valentine's Day cards and candy. Like we had so much, we gave it to the homeless shelter. And then we had beach towels. We did Easter eggs with candy in them with Bible verses. And some of them, they were like, "Are these fortune tellings?" And I was like, "No, they're Bible verses." And they were like, "Oh, cool." And then there was a point where they were just taking the candy out and taking the Bible verses, which is really cool to see.
That is
That
cool.
is awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sounds like a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's really fun hanging out with them.
I bet. All right, so let's move along to awards. I know that you've recently been nominated. Mark's got a little
Recently nominated in 2 categories now.
Yes.
For awards from the Texas Country Music Association. The award ceremony will be November the 10th, I believe.
I think it's the 11th, and it's like that whole weekend.
The whole weekend in November. And she's nominated for Young Artist of the Year
Wow,
and
that's a big deal.
Yes.
Christian Country Songwriter for your song He Chose You for a Reason.
Yes.
And your latest single, it just came out mid-July, Long Live Cowboys. How did that come about?
So one of my favorite songs out right now is Long Live Cowgirls by Cody Johnson and Ian Munsick. And I just really like the way how they made us girls sound so nice and important. And I just really wanted to thank them and write a song going back to the Cowboys and thanking them and kind of explaining all the good things that they can be the same way they did in that. So I wrote a song called Long Live Cowboys.
It seems to be doing really well so far.
Yes.
Are you going to be playing that for us today?
Yes, I will be.
Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to that. All right, Mark, you got anything else? Is there anything else about this young lady we need to know?
Well, let's see. She was featured on KHOU Channel 11 News, which is very cool.
When was that?
Yes. I think it was like the first day of July. I had just gotten back from, where was it? Oh, Colorado. That's where we were for my sister's
Colorado's
softball.
beautiful.
It
Yeah,
is. It
yeah.
was really beautiful. The mountains, they were so pretty.
I know.
But just that day, we were in the airport, and Rebecca actually helped me get it. She's been so helpful for me, and she's just been so nice. I love her. But they called us while we were at the airport, and they were like, "Can you do this today?" And we were like, "We don't know if we're going to make it." So we're like speeding down the road trying to make it. I had like 30 minutes to get ready. I was putting my makeup on the car, and we were home for about 30 minutes, and then we showed up, and they did it, and it was really fun. But
So
it
did you
was-
go to their studio and did
Oh,
it?
no, they did it at my house.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was just an interview about your music, huh?
And
Awesome.
Love Hills.
Yeah, it was a nice little feature.
Yes, it was.
And you're really making some headway in this thing.
Yes. It's
So,
really fun and
How's
exciting.
it feel? I mean,
It feels really good.
are you scared at all?
Just
Little apprehensive?
Yeah, because I know like the good things don't last like forever, and I feel like with just being in Love Hills Youth and getting this award, like it's going really well right now. I'm getting all these like podcast interviews and radio stuff, but I just have to know that it's not going to last forever, so I have to take the chances and do the best I can right now.
But what if it does? I mean,
That
what
would
if
be
it does,
amazing.
you
That
know?
would be really cool. That
I mean,
would be great.
there's been a lot of artists that have made it their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, it's possible. You
Well,
know,
I think you just stay true to yourself and don't forget who you are, and you're going to be just fine.
Thank
yeah,
you.
you seem
No
like
matter
a
what.
really grounded young lady, and so
Thank
as long
you
as
so
you,
much.
as long as you stay that and maintain that, yeah, you'll be great.
I got a question for you. Playing guitar and being a talented singer is one thing, but getting up in front of a bunch of strangers and basically bearing your soul is a whole different deal. How was that an issue for you to do that?
Yes, it was. I would get so nervous before my shows. I would be like shaking my voice. You can hear it. But my mom was like, you have to get over this. So every single weekend she would take me to open mics. And there were like, I was usually the youngest person. But it was really great, like not to watch people mess up, but see that it's okay to.
We're all humans here.
Yeah, I thought I couldn't mess up. That people were going to be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go see her again.
Yeah.
Like that. But once I realized that people mess up and it wasn't that big of a deal, I understood that it's okay if I mess up. People aren't going to judge. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be messing up like 24/7. But yeah, once I started doing those, I got way more confident, and now I barely get nervous anymore.
Right.
Yeah, it just seems normal.
Experience
Yeah.
and time.
Yeah, and the mess ups people forget in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's over, you know, as soon as it happens. So, okay. All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to break down the studio, give these young people a break, and come back in and play a couple of good songs. I can't wait.
Yes.
I'm excited about it.
Thank you.
Payton Riley, guys, look her up on the internet. She's on Facebook. And, of course, you have your own YouTube channel, right?
Yes, I'm on all social media platforms. They can follow me at Payton Riley Music on all of them. I have, I think, like 7 songs now on Spotify, and I'm
Awesome.
coming out with 2 more during this time and the end of the year. I also have a website where all my shows are from now until the end of the year. So if you would want to come to those, you can
Okay.
go to there. Have merch on there. Have a couple news interviews. Everything you need to know about me is on there.
Awesome. And then if somebody wanted to book you to go play, who would they contact? Can they do it
They
through
can
the
contact
website?
me
Okay.
at PaytonRileyMusic@yahoo.com. That's my email.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show. It's been an interesting conversation.
I
And,
knew this was going to be a great show.
Yeah,
Thank you so
I
much.
can't wait to
Thank you.
hear your music. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Well, guys, there you have it. Payton Riley, and we're bringing you the good stuff, man. We always do. We said we would, and here we are. For Mark Hogan, I'm Hank Vatt. This is Hank's Think Tank, and See you later.
Loves me and his mama, shoots straight when he wants to. His blue eyes sparkle like sun ray on water. His hat gives him shade and his heart gives him grace. There's a heavenly sound when his boots walk my way. Not all boys grow up to be cowboys, but he's growing into my kind of man. Raised right by the hands of a farmer, who nurtured his soul on a faith-filled land. When you have something good, don't let go. Whoa, that's a lesson this cowboy knows. Flowers and chocolate show promise and conflict. His guitar's the only thing he plays. Thinks I'm pretty without makeup. He calls me Buttercup. Shotgun in his truck forever. Not all boys grow up to be cowboys, but he's growing into my kind of man. Raised right by the hands of a farmer, who nurtured his soul on a faith-filled land. When you have something good, don't let go. That's a lesson this cowboy knows. Holds tied to a lasso around my heart. Will ride away as two shadows in the dark, and I'll sing. Long live cowboys, and he'll sing forever with me. Long live cowboys. Long live cowboys. I admit it, I was scared. I've been hurt a bunch of times, couldn't leave the past behind. And this guy was the sweetest of his kind, and God knows he could have been mine, but I had to go and ruin it. All he wanted was fireflies dancing in the moonlight. His hand felt so good in mine. Two-step in on the truck bed, four-wheel drive into the sunset. Promise ring on my left finger said the diamonds only get bigger. Doesn't that sound like a perfect picture? Loved everyone, no matter what. His eyes spark glowed in the sunlight. Heart bigger than the sunrise. Went to church every single Sunday. Pray to God on his worst days. How could I ever let him go? All he wanted was fireflies dancing in the moonlight. His hand felt so good in mine. Two-stepping on the truck bed. Four-wheel drive into sunset. Promise ring on my left finger. Said the diamonds only get bigger. Doesn't that sound like a perfect picture? And I hope he finds someone who will make him happy. And he'll look at her like it's the last time. And he'll hold her in his arms till the end of time. And I promise he'll be better off without me. And he'll give her fireflies dancing in the moonlight. His hand felt so good in mine. Two-stepping on the truck bed. Four-wheel drive into the sunset. Promise ring on my left finger. Said the diamonds only get bigger. Doesn't that sound like a perfect picture?